Hey everybody, Scoutcrafter here in the midst of a beautiful summer thunder shower. Just moved in, the cool air's moving in, thank goodness. It's been horrible here, as my friends on the East Coast have known. It's just been a rotten week. So, but today we're going to go downstairs. We have a cricket wrench, a squeeze wrench. I don't know if you've ever seen these before, but I have a couple and I want to show you how they work. So let's get downstairs and check them out. Okay, well, you know how I like gimmick wrenches and wrenches that didn't quite make it in production or whatnot. This is called a sprench. I guess it's like a sprocket wrench or whatever, and it has a gear that's driven in such a way. Now, these go way back, the design, but this one here is from about 1979. You could tell the way they made tools back then, and I have a Popular Mechanics ad that I'll throw in at the end. This thing sold for about $25 back then, you know, not cheap. The second one we're going to look at is this one here, and this here is called the Cricket, and the Cricket lever action squeeze ratchet. This one is of a much better quality, and let me show you about both. Now, what I used to find really funny is a lot of these old TV commercials would set up a scenario where, like behind this plexiglass, where if you had a regular open-end wrench, that if you could get in there, how limited space you would have and how it would be just a horrible situation. Whereas if you had this, you could put this in and you could squeeze it and, you know, the job was done 1, 2, 3. I always get a kick out of those scenarios. Now, the basic premise behind these wrenches is that if you are in a tight area and you needed to take out a screw or a nut or wrench, and we've all been in that situation more or less, but with this one here, it has a sliding 3/8 inch square here. So if it's on the right side, it's to tighten. If you want it to loosen, you just push that over to the left side. Then you would take your socket, place it on there, and if you want a tight area here, this you could see as I squeeze it, it'll loosen the fastener. Now, if I wanted to tighten the fastener, I would have to flip it to the other side and then go in from this way, and this would tighten the fastener. And you could see it would have some merit in certain situations. What this one here, the way it's made, it's not quite, like I said, as heavy duty as the Cricket, which I'll show you right now. Now, the sprench here, you could see, was made in Taiwan, and this was before Taiwan really became good at tool making like they are now. So this was kind of in between, I guess, when they were just making their way. Whereas this Cricket here, this wrench here is manufactured. It was West Chicago, Illinois, and it was distributed. One of the distributors was Urban General Corp in Fairfield, New Jersey. So how this one works, you could see, you can even hear it. It has a much a stronger mechanism. The gears are wider. It's just a better quality wrench, and you can even feel the heft and weight of it. This thing here, and it'll tells you here that when you're turning, it says turning power 6 times gripping force. So in other words, if you had a gripping force of 10 pounds, it would give you 60 pounds of gripping force. 8 squeezes equals 1 complete turn. And I'll show you what that means. Basically, what they're saying here is that if you are in that tight area and you give this 8 squeezes, that'll be like 1 full revolution. But it is very smooth compared to the other ones. And it does have a nice feel to it, the Cricket style wrench. And you can see it does have an open design, which I don't know as far as dirt getting in or whatever, but it is easy to lubricate and whatnot. It also works the same way as far as passing it from one side to the other, the 3/8 inch square. Now, one thing I did find interesting about the Cricket style wrench is that it did come in a nice vinyl pouch, and it came with 12 accessories, and it came with 11 bits and also a adapter that you would put onto here, and this would accept the bits. And these are impact rated, and you can see they're very heavy duty. They're not lightweight, but it's supposed to have a lot of leverage, and that will give you more leverage than if you just had a small ratchet and you couldn't really swing any room. So this is an interesting design on that. An additional nice feature to the accessories on the Cricket is when you use the adapter, you can, it comes with this adapter here, which is a adapter to a 1/4 inch drive. So now instead of having a 3/8 only, you have a 1/4 inch drive, and you can put on one of your favorite 1/4 inch drive sockets. Now the only problem is that just extended the tight area to a little over 2 inches, 2.5 inches, but it still gives you some versatility. So here you can see the size comparison of the two wrenches. The sprench is quite a bit bigger, but again, like I said, not made quite as well. So there you have it. Two tight space wrenches that are kind of gimmicky, but I guess you could find a use for them. What do you think? Do you think that it's something that you would use, or do you think it's just another total gimmick? Thanks very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hope you have a nice day. Take care. Bye-bye.